Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Before I even start the video, I just want to make sure that I just say this. I hope that everybody is staying at home, and we're trying to get through this. And please stay at home. If you don't have to go to the grocery store or pick up prescriptions or an essential worker, stay the blank home. I'm looking at some people that don't live too far from me in their driveway with other dudes just hanging out. It's like, come on, man. This is not about what what you want to do. It's about helping everybody be safe, and you got to do your part. You can't exclude yourself from everybody else. Say, I'm going to do this. Go home. Stay home. If you ain't got no reason to be outside, stay home, So anyway, I'm going to entitle this video the follow-up to the face mask eBay scam. When this really got serious, they strongly suggest and urge people to go out and get face masks, something to protect your face to prevent the spread of this deadly virus. So I was on eBay and I seen, someone selling, so I purchased it immediately. Then I get an email from eBay the next day saying that they have removed this listing because this particular item is no longer available. And I think the reason why they did that, eBay, and it's just an assumption, it's several reasons. One is to cut down on fraudulent transactions. Then also to cut down on price gouging. Because I know what I paid for these masks that I'm never going to see was probably 2 times as much as I would have paid for it last year this time. So I think those were the reasons. But by the time I got that notification from eBay, the deal was already done. I already paid the money. So I contacted the seller. I'm a little bit concerned because eBay said that they removed the listing. So my question is, am I going to get my item I paid for? Oh, yeah, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. 5-7 days. So I'm watching, and normally the procedure on eBay when you're selling something, once the buyer has paid you and you go to the carrier, post office, UPS, they post tracking. Because usually it's to protect themselves and the buyer, they post it on PayPal's site. Then PayPal connects it, or eBay is connected. That information is sent automatically to eBay, so it's posted there. So I noticed 4 or 5 days went past and I don't see no tracking. So I said, could you please provide tracking? Because there are some lazy sellers that they've shipped your item, just for some reason too lazy to post it, this tracking information. Again, I stress the tracking information protects the buyer and the seller. It's not just a one-sided thing. So you would think the seller would be more than inclined to provide this information as soon as possible, because they don't want to get scammed. They don't want anybody contacting PayPal and saying, hey, I never got my item, or they open up a case on them. So I get no tracking information. Then they send me one, and I've been on eBay for 20 plus years, so I've seen a lot of these scams are trying to scam you nonsense. So no tracking information. No, so then they post the tracking information, and I got this, and I wish eBay would stop this. Reverb is guilty of this too, and I'm sure I know eBay and Reverb are guilty of this. They allow people to post numbers, and these numbers these items have not been physically sent to the post office yet. They just generated labels, created the label. And a lot of times it doesn't tell you that, or eBay say items have been shipped. No, it ain't. The only thing they did was print up a label and post it up here. That's exactly what he did. Posted it 3-4 days. There's no movement on it. 7 days, it doesn't even initially say it has been accepted, because of course now with what we're dealing with, you ship something and at least they acknowledge they've accepted it, but the movement on it at this point for these reasons of what we're going through is delayed. I'm like, that's fine. Just as long as I know that it's been accepted by the carrier. But when they just generate the label, it's not accepted just by the carrier. It hasn't been physically shipped. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to play this game. So then 7-8 days, still no acknowledgement according to the tracking that it's been accepted, just still label been printed. And according to eBay, items been shipped. So then I contact them like, dude, has this been physically delivered to the carrier yet? Then he gave me this lie. Oh, yeah, we shipped it, and for some reason, no, for no reason at all, quote unquote, the post office returned it. Now, first, before that, he said that, the tracking number, the post office have not provided them with a tracking number. I'm like, how can that be? As soon as you go to the post office, whether you do it this way or the other way, you print a label and they come pick it up. And once they pick it up and bring it back to the facility, they scan it, put it in the system. Or you go without a label, or should I say you just go with address information. And when you submit this for shipment, right then and there, you get a tracking number. Right then and there. So I'm like, I know this guy's lying or this company's lying because, and it's a company from China. So I know they're lying because that's not how the postal service works. You get a tracking information once you physically deliver the package. So he told me, oh, they haven't gave me the tracking number yet. Okay, lie number 3. So then he tells me after 4 or 5 days, I don't see no movement on it because, of course, he has not physically delivered nothing to the post office. So then he tells me now, oh, well, this is what happened. They just sent the package back to us without a reason. The only time the post office returns something is when you don't have adequate money on the package, or inadequate amount for the package, or the address they can't find the address. So I'll make a long story short. So then he told me he's going to reship. It's going to take 10 days. Stick with me. So then I got to the point, so you know what? Let me just go ahead and open up a case now so I get my money on the 26th, because it's quite obvious I'm not going to get any match from these guys, because if so, I wouldn't be taking through all this nonsense. Because, this is just, I'm looking at reading the messages they give me, like, this is just some BS. I'm like, come on, man. I don't know what's going on. I think, and there could be many theories, but I'm thinking that they no longer have them in stock, and for some reason they dragging this out, and I'm like, I never heard of the post office returning the package that you done sent to them to have shipped. And there's no reason, absolutely no reason why did they send it back to you. So it's some nonsense. But, be careful, because on Facebook all day long, fake news, and also fake advertisers. Because I told you guys, I posted a video maybe about 2 years ago now. And it got like over 50,000, I think, views about these scams on Facebook with music equipment, musicshot.com. They selling $3,000 Gibson Les Pauls for $150. And I'm like, the only person that should be, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for, expected to fall for that is the beginner. When you've been playing guitar for 5-10 years, you got no business sending $150 to nobody and think you're going to get a $3,000 guitar. Come on, man. Come on. That's just ridiculous. Think about that. You've been playing, and, when you play for a little while, you start to develop an idea for the products that you're using and how much they cost. Now, you're not going to be maybe down to the penny, this is exactly what it costs, but darn well at 5 years into playing that you're not going to find a brand new, right out of the factory, Les Paul that usually costs about $3,000, probably even more, for $150. It's like, come on, man. Really. And then the other telltale signs is I'm at the point where when I'm looking at a company supposedly that's selling, now my cat wants to leave. You want to leave, buddy? Goodbye. Yeah, I'm at the point now where if I don't have a customer service number to talk to a real person, and the only thing, because here's one of the telltale signs of fraudulent and scammers, phony, supposedly businesses on the internet, when you cannot contact them other than there's an email address that you have to try to contact them, but they don't have to respond to the email. I want to have a phone number, customer service number, where I talk to a live person and realize or know that they exist. And still is two dudes that directed a phony website and they're taking your money, you know. But I'm going to sign off now. I just basically want to just do an update on the eBay face mask scam. That was a scam. That was a scam. You know, it's been almost a month and they have not produced nothing for me but a bunch of excuses. So I said, you know what? I've had enough. I opened up a case on PayPal, and what the procedure now is they're going to have to deal with PayPal, and PayPal going to say, hey, you need to produce to us right now legitimate tracking information so we know that the package is on the way. If it's on the way, then we won't do anything, you know, as far as not allowing you to keep this money. But if you don't produce nothing within, I think they give them like 10 days. If you can't produce that you actually sent it or it's been received, the buyer gets his money back. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.